So welcome on in everyone to our mindfulness moment. I'm Dr. Shaelyn McLain, faculty here in the Department of Mind Body Medicine. And we're really reaching this time of year where we are experiencing a transition of the seasons. And some of us were just talking a moment ago about how beautiful that is and how in some of our places we're not really feeling so much of the spring with it's cold here where I'm at. It was just snowing over the weekend, but we're still feeling this spring energy that's really emerging. And this can bring with it a sense of renewal, of growth. And here in the Northern Hemisphere, we're coming out of this metaphorical cave of winter. And I think there's a lot of energy that comes with that. So we need some tools to support us in that emergence to help us really be with that energy and really kind of slow down a little bit in the sense that we can build up some patience to really be with this emergence and this growth that has symbolism for what's happening within us as well as what's happening in our outer world. So I'll just invite you here to take a moment and check in with yourself, really allowing yourself to come into a place that feels comfortable and choosing a posture that just really feels good for you right now. And allowing yourself to just open up to the fullness of your awareness. And if it feels comfortable and safe for you to allow your eyes to come to a close, just giving yourself that permission to enter inward. And as you do so, just noticing where your awareness is taking you. There's a certain energy that comes with the changing of the seasons. For some of us, we can see the evidence of that emerging after a long winter. The budding of fresh leaves on the trees, the sweeter smell of the warm air, new growth that is sprouting from the earth. And as humans, we are connected to the cycles of nature and the world around us. So we may also be feeling the budding of new growth within us. Maybe there's these seeds that were planted last year that we can feel coming forward and emerging. And remind yourself in this moment of your connection to the earth. Maybe feeling your feet on the ground, and the crown of the head reaching up towards the sky, aware of the air against your skin, and your body supported. So I'd like for us now to breathe and flush out the staleness of winter, to make space for the fertility of the new breath. And so we'll do this by inhaling nice and full. And then on the exhale, making a ha sound, almost like you're trying to fog up a glass. And so you'll notice as you do this, breathing in and that exhale, ha. And there might be kind of a hissing sound or that forceful kind of exhale that really activates the deep core muscles and the abdominals, the pelvic floor. Inhaling, exhale. What we're doing here is reaching into the depths of the lungs and pushing out that stale, that old air, making lots of space in the lungs for the inhale to usher in the aliveness of new air and fresh oxygen. So I'll just encourage you to breathe in this way a few more times, or really is to the extent of what feels good and nourishing for your body. And with each new breath holds an infinite potential for health and abundance and growth. So allowing that to permeate through this experience, really feeling into that exchange of physical and energetic movement, the oxygen coming in, feeling into the vitality, the strength you're creating here too with your core. And so as you feel ready, just releasing that powerful breath, just returning to a normal and a way of breathing that feels natural and good for you. In spring, it ushers in the arrival of newness, of fresh energy. And you might even be feeling that for yourself here, a vitality or a freshness of energy after having breathed in that way for just a few moments. And the earth around us, it's springing into new life, and so too does our inner spirit. So I invite you to tap into that place of spirit, of inner knowing, letting yourself really feel what you feel in this moment, listening inward, in that place of inner knowing within you, breathing into that space of intuitive awareness, feeling and sensing into your aliveness. What is coming alive in you right now? And just as we may water and nurture the tender sprouts of new life in a garden, so too must we nurture that growth that is sprouting within us, tending to our interior. Just as the warm rays of the sun bathe the landscape around us, shining an inner light of self-compassion on all that is arising within us. Relaxing the belly, soft, easy breath. Softening and melting the muscles of the face. And there's no need to rush. The rivers do not hurry, for they know that they will get there someday. Mother Nature does not rush, yet she is always on time. This season of emergence, it calls for patience. And oftentimes with the spring, it can really bring in a lot of energy. We can feel that starting to bubble within, having to do this and having to do that. And there's lots that can be calling us. So there's actually this real call for patience and of slowing down. So I want to share just a short story with you about the importance of patience. A seed contains all the information within it to grow and carry on the life of a plant. The oak tree already lies within the acorn. So you wouldn't expect to have an oak tree growing above you in a year or even in several years. The oak tree has patience, and so do you. So imagine that you're standing barefoot in rich, fresh soil. And in your hand, there is a seed that represents you. Inside its tiny shell contains all of the information that you are capable of expressing to others and living out your life with. It just needs to be planted and watered occasionally so that it can become strong. So drop this seed of endless possibilities into the earth and dig a little with your hands, and covering the seed. And soon a warm rainstorm rolls over and waters the soil. You are beginning to grow, and you have the patience to wait to become the great forest you are becoming. Breathing in to your belly, softening the forehead, the tiny muscles of the face, shoulders relaxed, opening up your chest, a smiling of the collarbones, turning your heart from a fist to a flower, making space for the breath to move easily and naturally, just as the wind caresses the landscape. Within that one seed of breath exists a universe of infinite possibility. Allow your hands to unfurl, release any grip, any sense of trying to control. And just allowing your breath to bathe yourself with patience. And feeling yourself connected to the earth, to the ground, that sensation of the air against your skin, your body supported. And let yourself just connect with what is rising up within you, what is stirring in you right now. And as you slowly begin to emerge from this meditation, Perhaps feeling a little bit more in touch with the newness and the growth that is arising within. And gently acknowledge yourself for your own inner transition, those beautiful and subtle shifts that are taking place within you, the vitality that is emerging, the seeds taking root, and welcoming and greeting your growth with each new breath. And so as you begin to emerge and open your eyes and refocus on the space around you, just acknowledging that we are gathered here together in this shared space and holding your experience just as we may be holding the experience of others. And perhaps remaining just a while longer in your own presence. And that would certainly be a fruit of this practice. Thank you all for joining.